Throughout his time on Coronation Street, Carl Webster has quickly established himself as one of the show's most talked about characters. It didn't take long for him to become involved in major storylines, from complicated romantic entanglements to shocking family revelations that have repeatedly shaken Weatherfield. Viewers have watched Carl make one controversial decision after another. His love life has often been chaotic, with overlapping relationships leaving a trail of hurt and disappointment behind him. At the same time, the revelations surrounding the Webster family have added even more layers to his character. Carl is not simply a villain or a selfish man. Instead, he is someone who constantly finds himself trapped by poor choices and the consequences that inevitably follow. What has been particularly interesting is that in recent months, the show has repeatedly referenced the possibility of Carl leaving Weatherfield and moving to Germany. Because of this, many viewers began to assume that his departure was only a matter of time. However, Jonathan Howard's recent comments have revealed a rather surprising reality. The actor explained that when he first joined Coronation Street, the original plan was for him to stay for only around a year. In theory, that means Carl's journey on the soap could already have reached its conclusion by now. But real life ended up changing those plans. After spending several years living in the United States with his family, Jonathan Howard has now returned to the United Kingdom. His daughter has settled into her new life and started attending school in Manchester. Seeing how comfortably she has adapted to her surroundings has made the actor reluctant to disrupt that stability with another major change. From his comments, it is clear that the decision to remain is about far more than work. It is also about family, reconnecting with his roots, and rebuilding relationships with loved ones after years away. Howard now lives close to the area where he grew up, giving him the opportunity to regularly see his sister, his niece and nephew, and longtime friends. For his daughter, it has also become a chance to reconnect with her English heritage. That sense of personal stability appears to have played a significant role in extending Jonathan Howard's time on Coronation Street beyond what was originally expected. But beyond the real-life circumstances, there is another reason why the actor believes Carl should not leave the show just yet. According to Howard, there is still a major part of Carl's story that remains unresolved. That storyline revolves around Debbie Webster and her devastating dementia diagnosis. This development represents a huge turning point not only for Debbie herself, but also for everyone who cares about her. For Carl, it could become the most emotionally challenging situation he has faced since arriving on the show. In the past, viewers have often seen Carl through the lens of manipulation, deception, and questionable decisions. Yet Debbie's declining health gives Coronation Street an opportunity to explore a completely different side of the character. Will Carl continue putting his own interests first, as he has done so many times before, or will he finally be forced to grow, accept responsibility, and prioritize his family? That may be exactly why the writers are not ready to bring his story to an end. At the same time, Coronation Street is revisiting one of Carl's most familiar sources of trouble, his questionable car dealing activities. The return of Fiona Morley suggests that problems from his past are far from over and may soon create fresh complications. This places Carl in a particularly intriguing position. On one hand, he is dealing with deeply emotional family issues involving Debbie's condition. On the other, the consequences of his previous actions continue to follow him and threaten his future. Looking ahead, viewers may soon see a version of Carl that is very different from the man they have known so far. Debbie's diagnosis could force him to reevaluate what truly matters in his life. Meanwhile, the ongoing car dealing storyline may drag him into yet another round of trouble and difficult choices. One possible prediction is that Coronation Street will use this period to further develop the relationship between Carl and Debbie, rather than rushing toward an exit storyline. If that happens, Carl could experience the most significant character growth of his entire time in Weatherfield. Of course, given Carl's controversial history, it would not be surprising if old secrets and past mistakes continue to resurface. But for now, the prospect of him leaving the show appears much less likely than many viewers previously believed. What do you think about Carl Webster's future? Do you believe he will genuinely change as he faces Debbie's heartbreaking diagnosis, or will he continue creating chaos wherever he goes? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoy the latest Coronation Street news, analysis, and predictions, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update.